1st, 2011 into order. Mr. Secretarian. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Councilmember Leitner. Council President Pro Tem Faulkner.
Here.
Councilmember Gloria.
Here.
Councilmember DeMaio.
Here.
Councilmember Zapp. Councilmember Emerald.
Here.
Councilmember Alvarez. Council President Young.
Here. We're going to start with our Pledge of Allegiance.
The police department, devoted and courageous people who put themselves in harm's way every day, on and off the job, to protect the rest of us. This past year has been excruciatingly painful for members of our police department and their families, with the deaths of several officers. 1 year ago this week, the first of these brave officers fell, Lieutenant Christopher Wilson, shot to death in the line of duty, followed by officers Jeremy Henwood and Jason Prokop and other fine men whose lives were tragically cut short. Many of us on this city council attended their funerals and shed tears with their loved ones, a communion of sorrow I know I will never forget.
With regards to more recent events, I was proud of the restraints that our police exercised during the occupiers' initial presence in the city courtyard. In light of more recent orders from higher up, I find it saddening that our policemen were ordered to disperse peaceful demonstrators in such a manner that the finest city took on the appearance of a third world country such as Libya and Syria. It is important for the powers that be to remember, if it were not for the protesters back in the 1770s, the citizens of this country would not have the freedom of peaceful assembly bestowed in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
San Diego movement marched by my office. I picked up my cell phone. I started filming. I've been filming ever since. On the 13th, an issue was ordered by the San Diego Police Department to vacate the Civic Center, and I proceeded to film that event. It's now a documentary called 18 Hours, and I decided to try and capture the faces of the police officers as they were caught in a moral dilemma. When I speak to the police officers as individuals, they are supportive of our right to protest, our right to free speech, our defense of their pensions, our defense of our American way of life. And they have been forced in a position, due to their extreme professionalism, to do something that's against their very nature. In America, we are so proud of our ability to speak our minds, to air our grievances, to speak truth to power, and to change things that are wrong in our country. And our police officers, in their hearts, support that. And you do them a great disservice when you send them into the public square to end or to try and dissuade us from bringing these issues to light. And that's what I set out to capture in this film, and that's what I did capture in this film. And we, who are in the movement, have many different opinions. Some of us are very interested in changing America through a long tradition of civil disobedience. And some of us are interested in changing through obeying the rules, showing up in chambers like this and speaking our mind, and trying to convince you with logic and sincerity of what is going on there. But make no mistake about it, the veil has been pulled off. There is something wrong in this country. Millions of people in America have come to the same conclusion. They don't know how to express it. They simply know that something is wrong. And they are coming out to support Occupy San Diego, Occupy Wall Street, and the police officers want to support us as well. And we...
Thank you for your comments. up non-agenda public comment, we'll dispense with the consent items. Have there been any items that have been pulled by members of the public?
No items have been pulled, but Melissa Behrens has submitted a slip in favor with no need to speak on item 50.
Okay. Is that an item to be pulled? That's not an item to be, okay.
I don't want to see any items pulled. I did want to comment on items 100 and 102. 100 is the Genesee Avenue Interstate 5 overcrossing, cooperative agreement with Caltrans.